Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to get solving a problem that I've definitely been struggling with. Experience. And to do that, we're going to be using these guys here. I'd say that they're not going to be harmed in the making of this, but this is Minecraft. We know that's a lie. Now, in a creative world, I've started mocking up a building for this. So I'm not going into this completely blind, and I'm kind of just building it from memory. So I'm going to get working on this here, and I will update you guys as I go along. Also, I'd love to know what you guys prefer when it comes to seeing me build things. Do you rather watching me go through it myself or the time lapses? Because personally, I like doing the time lapses, but I don't want to over abuse it. So for this house here, I'm going for a mix of dark oak, jungle, spruce, and deep slate. I'm also going to be using a little bit of the white terracotta that we picked up last episode for our roof. Recently, I've really been enjoying having this style of building where the sides kind of jut out a little bit. I feel like it just gives the build that much more character that it otherwise wouldn't have. I also need to find out something to do with this here, my little starter tent, because I do kind of like it, but it's outlived its usefulness, and I'm starting to wonder if there's something better that I could put there. I swear, the worst part of doing any build is always just doing the roof. It takes so long, and dealing with shit like that. Like, I can tolerate doing the every other aspect. My god, you're loud. I can tolerate doing every other aspect of it, but roofs always are my nightmare. Alright, so this here is the basic shape that we're going for. Obviously, I'm not done detailing it yet by any means. I've still got quite a lot of work to go, along with what the actual purpose of this building is. Got a nice little loft up here. This up here will be where I drop the armadillos into the farm. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's got a nice little cozy vibe to it. Now, speaking of the purpose of this building, I'm going to get going on that right now. Actually, it's turning nighttime, which works out perfectly for me. Because I'm going to need a zombie. I need the zombie to scare them so that they are consistently in their shell so they won't take any damage from the actual fire itself. Getting this zombie may actually be easier said than done. Oh, come on. Zombies are normally everywhere. Why can I not find one this time? Just because I'm looking for it, isn't it? Right. Right in here. Perfect. Alright, that wasn't too much of a pain in the ass. Now I can sleep this night away. Now, I'm going to make sure that I silence this guy so I don't have to keep hearing him yell the entire time. I believe I have a data pack installed on here where if I name a zombie silence, it should make him quiet. I messed up. It's not just silence that I need. It's silence me. Didn't really think it would make that much of a difference. Perfect. Alright, now to get going on the actual redstone part of it. Well, there's not a lot of redstone, it's essentially just a dropper. I will need a brewing stand though, because I'm going to need splash potions of infestation. I'm starting to realize that I should have done this in a different order here. I should have put the zombie in last, because this is going to be a pain in the ass to work with him in here. Yeah, that's why. Come on. You're lucky that I need you, because otherwise I would be killing you. Alright, that works. Not the way I wanted it to, but it works. I'm gonna need to lock all of this up here. My dispenser is gonna go here. I need to put a campfire on top of that. I'll take a jungle button underneath. Okay, so the campfire will go there. And I think that's almost done. Alright, everything is in place. Now I just need to get these slow ass guys inside. Come on. This part's gonna be a pain. So I need to get 24 of them in here. Oh, got a little pet. You know what? I'll leave them. Now I've got all of these guys tucked away in here. And the benefit of having them in there is with this guy in close proximity, it's going to keep consistently scaring the armadillos, so they'll stay in their shells. And then I can do the very humane thing of setting them on fire, and since they're in their shells, they're not actually taking damage, but it's still ticking the damage. Now, I'll just put that out for the meantime, because they don't need to be suffering. Every time they take damage, they'll be kicking out some silverfish, which will land down here, which I'll use a sweeping edge sword in order to just take them out. And boom, free experience. Now, I'm going to keep some of these guys outside, just because I still want to be able to breed them in case something does happen and they do start taking damage and dying. But for the most part, they should be good to go. Now that the hard part is done here, I'm going to take some time, get this all decorated up, make some splash potions, and I'll see you guys in a little bit here. So, there's some good news. I was down in a cave getting some more materials here, and I just stumbled across a skeleton spawner. That means I'm not going to have to worry about a moss farm anytime soon. Be able to get a good amount of bone meal from that. Actually, while I'm down here, I'm going to show off a new thing that I had made. This over here is a double spider spawner. So I'll just drop down in here, block this off, and then because of how close they are together, I was able to get them both flowing in here, so this is super efficient. Alright, so we've made it back from our mining expedition, and the house is now fully decorated. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. Added some bushes, a chimney, nice little entryway here, carpet at the beginning, again using that same trick that I was talking about before with having the berry bushes covering it so that mobs don't come in and out. The copper bars here are starting to oxidize, which looks good. Got all of our tools set up here, the inside of the fireplace, and then up here. Since it's a new house, we added a new resident. So I was down in the mines getting stuff to get him leveled up. Let's see what our next one is here. Glowstone. Alright, that's actually really useful. And we have this all set up here as well. Now, I should probably actually add a crafting table around here somewhere so that I can make bottles. Just down here, I added a little place to fill up the bottles. Just waterlogged a slab. And this here is a automatic, well, somewhat automatic brewing system that I've made myself. I've done it before. All you do is you throw your items in there, and then I've got water flowing through here so that the hopper will just drop all the items off into here. They'll brew, and then once they're done, I pull the lever and it sends them out. So it doesn't take away all of the brewing, but it does do a pretty good job of speeding things up at least. Now, as far as the actual XP farm goes here, I haven't used it yet, so I'm gonna give it a shot now. Got all of these tools set up here, that way I can keep up with the farm. Now to get it going, set this on fire, and then you just click this, and that is loud. I'll turn that right down. Yeah, so all I do is I fill in here, and boom, free XP. And that goes for like 3 minutes. Alright, and it looks like that's all of them. So between everything there, I was able to heal up all of my tools, my armor, and go from level 27 to 47 in 3 minutes. Now I can just use that. Put all of this back. And I'm ready for the next time that I need it. Should honestly make a garbage since I have the head mod on here. Because I really don't know what to do with this. Alright, now that our XP problem is solved and this is all finished up, I think our next order of business is going to be solving our food issue. I don't want to keep doing everything manually, so I've got a bit of a plan. I'm gonna take all of this area over here, turn it into a massive wheat field, and then up on this little hill right here, I'm gonna put a farmer's house where I'm gonna have automatic crop farms underneath that I can sell to the villager that I keep in there and trade them in for golden carrots. Now, I've never built something quite like this before, the crop farm, I mean, and I'm not exactly sure how to go about doing it. So I might end up having to look up a tutorial. I'm gonna give it my best shot to do it beforehand, but I always like trying to make farms by myself. just sometimes mob AI, specifically villagers, they're a bit of a pain in the ass to work with. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do that and then get working on that. I think I'm gonna start with the wheat field because that's probably gonna be the part that takes the most amount of time. Alright guys, I realized that I screwed up while recording this video. I'm actually going to end it here so that I can hopefully try to figure something out, but as I'm sure you've noticed, none of my gameplay audio recorded. Thank God that my voice did, because I can just put some music in or something behind it, but unfortunately I literally have no audio tracks behind my gameplay. I'm not going to finish the other half of this video that I wanted to do with the wheat field and the crop farm, but I will get this out now, and hopefully by the time I get the next video out, I will have that all sorted. So for now, you guys will just have to live with the whatever modifications I do in the meantime, and I'll have it fixed by next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.